Ladies and gentlemen, or however you self-identify, it's your favorite time of the week. Give it up for your host, Finesse Mitchell.
Hey. Welcome to Understand This, the podcast. People, we are growing. It's ridiculous. It's crazy. And I want to appreciate everybody who liked that damn video. Lady Gaga brought a bird.
Give it up for Finesse, y'all. My brother went viral on his first TikTok.
Boy went viral. Yeah, man, I appreciate that. It was something in the moment. Just like right now is another something in the moment. Let me tell you something, people. When I say not only was I blessed twice, but I got a job in Hollywood. That's hard to do. And what's even harder to do is to act opposite of a living icon herself in her own right. My good friend Tisha Campbell is back.
Ex-husband.
How are you doing? Did we actually get the TV marriage annulled? Did we do it? I didn't sign no papers.
I got it officially annulled, but I think it happens when you get canceled, that it automatically kicks in.
You know what I read? I read you're still married until the other person gets another show. So
okay.
That's what it is.
We're still together.
We still together.
So we still together.
Tisha, can I say the hair looks fabulous?
Thank you. And thank you for working it out with me. Then just in case I have some flubs, there's backup.
Oh my God.
People, let me tell you something. When I say this is hilarious, this is hilarious. We did Tisha Campbell. We were so excited, and it was
the third time we've tried to have a podcast.
The third time. Somebody stepped in and got rid of our video, but we had the audio. And so I had to come back to Tisha and say, please.
He had to grovel.
You know what? I felt like I had to grovel just because the mistake was all ours, bro. And then when she made me feel like, oh, no big deal, let's do it again. You don't even understand, Tisha. I was just like, oh my God. Okay, cool.
What?
I just didn't know it would be that easy because we felt embarrassed as a team.
100.
That we got this dope interview and you lost the video. So after I whooped Genie ass, no, I didn't. He takes he's like, what is a black belt? Anyway, but then people, we do it again. When I say this interview is fire, it is up right now. It is on YouTube. It is on Understand This podcast.
Instant classic.
Instant classic because she touches everything. And
I tried.
You know, and guess what happened?
What happened?
So I send it to Tisha. This is going to be the promo. This is the new promo. I send the old promo to Tisha and just say, hey, it's up. It looks, it's beautiful. It's amazing. Yeah. And I didn't hear nothing back. And then like maybe 20 minutes later, Finesse. Take it off. Get rid of it. Take it out. Don't do that.
Take it down.
Please don't do that to me. Don't do
that to me.
What happened?
I'm in the bloggers, they're going to kick my ass.
I said, what bloggers? What happened? She said, I can't go out like that. I said, what happened? What happened? My wig cap is showing.
My wig cap is showing. And I listen. I have to make fun of me first before somebody else make fun of me. So my wig cap was showing. I know y'all going to put that shit up. My wig cap is right here, and I'm like, yo, we ain't keeping that out like that. We're going to do this shit over again.
Hey, I'm pointing to it.
You had to salute like this?
We're going to have it in the upper third. We're going to zoom in on it.
Hey, we could.
But we back again.
We're back.
Right. And you see, I got it right this time. I was like, listen, I need to go all the way African and forget all of this.
Let's give a shout out. Who did that?
Oh my gosh, don't do that to me right now.
Okay. We don't have to do it. We'll come back to it. We'll pick that back up. But they hooked you up.
Yes, she hooked me up. She killed it. Now, no wig cap, no nothing. But just in case. See, these are all my audition wigs. You see them?
Uh-huh. Now, the very long wig. Do you wear it long or do you put it halfway up? What do you do?
Sometimes up, sometimes down. It depends on the character.
So it's a mood and character thing based on the decision you'll make with a wig?
Yes. It depends on like if sometimes with actors they get breakdowns what the character's supposed to be like or something like that. So
you know what's crazy? You know what you know what guys do, Jeannie? We say,
yeah.
Should I shave my beard? That's it. That's all you can say.
That's all you got.
Should I rock a beard? Because one thing I do know black actors hate, and we talk about this all the time. Don't make me shave my damn mustache if I don't get this damn role. Because sometimes it take you so long to grow it in so perfect, and you about to booty face? You about to booty face your face?
Oh, you poor thing.
I know.
The hair has to be right. Did you see that tweet going viral about the black actresses, highlighting that there's no black hair care people on set, so they got to bring their own and not hiring. So yeah, it's important.
Oh my God, you guys, you want to hear like a crazy ass story? Like when I was 18, the reason why I started wearing all of these girls over here, I was 18 years old and I was on this set and I was working. I was one of the leads and I happened to get my hair done. There was no African American people doing it who was working in the hair and makeup department at all. So I stepped down off the trailer, but I'm still standing by the door. And I hear, and I could curse and be, I'm going to use a vulgar word, but this is vulgar. So I hear her say, I hate doing black people's hair. It feels like pubic hair.
Ooh, no. No, that's fighting words.
She said pubes, bro.
That's terrible.
I was so pissed off. And from then on, I was like, I don't want nobody touching my hair because they don't know how to do it. You know what I'm saying? It'll fall out. By the time it was done, my hair was over with. It was just falling out all over the place. But that's why I wear all these girls to protect my real hair half the time, most of the time, all of the time, rather. I just do that because it doesn't make any sense because you have people who aren't trained in African. And I think they should be trained to do our type of hair as well. They're
100%.
well-rounded.
It should be part of school. It should be part of training. Absolutely. Our experience should be part of training.
Can I give it up? It's Black History Month. Can I give it up for the people who are updating black wigs and weaves and hair pieces on real productions? They are coming such a long way that when you see a bad one, you like, we ain't seen that bullshit in 2 years. Who did that person head? Why you see the net coming all off the side of the head? Like who didn't use glue?
I'm trying to understand why the February Black History Month is entangled in that stupid ass statement.
It is Black History Month. This is a moment we are recognizing all people who know how to work with Afrocentric hair and wigs and weaves and products on big time productions.
Shout out.
What is your most favorable just smile? Like, I'm so glad that happened in my career. What project were you a part of? Because people, the list is crazy. I bring up movies that I forgot she was in. Another 48 Hours. She was the girl that got to keep all the money at the end of the movie. You know, Eddie Murphy and Nick Nolte did all that work. And Tisha,
and I got all the cash.
Tisha ended up 1 minute running a cash register at the Quick Pick, and next minute got like $400K in cash. Anyway, I forgot she was in that movie.
Thank you.
It's so many projects from, I guess people have grown up with you from Little Shop of Horrors all the way to just like.
Yeah, we'll say the 70s through the millennial.
Do you wake up sometimes and say, I'm still doing this? I am still killing.
Yeah, no, I do wake up, but it's more from a humble standpoint.
I tried to set her up. I knew she wasn't going to go for it. Go ahead.
I can't do that.
Go ahead.
What do you want me to say? What if you were me, what would you say?
I would say what you're about to say. But part of me, if I was me, I would have been, not you, but if I was me, I would have been like, dog, you know what I'm saying? Your boy, I just can't help it, man. Your boy, I'm killing it. What can I say, dog? Right. What can I say? They recognize the talent, bruh.
They see me.
No.
They see me.
You know why? Because I always talk about artistry being a gift from God, right?
Mm-hmm.
And that it's a communication from God. So if I'm communicating to, audiences, and I don't say fans, supporters,
mm-hmm.
Then it's an honor to serve like that, because this is a servitude, and I think that's what most celebrities get wrong. Celebrities as opposed to artists, there's a difference. Right. So a celebrity doesn't know that they're serving other people, not being served.
Yeah.
That's a word. No, that's a great distinction to make.
It's because you know what? I feel like it is up for me to come into your space, meet you, learn you, and then go sing your praises out to the masses who are like, you know what? If I could work with Tisha Campbell, because believe it or not, you've worked with the best in my field. So I don't know if you even understand how sometimes dudes be like,
I'm lucky enough to work with a bunch of amazing comedians and comedians.
That's crazy. It's so specific that's one of your lanes. That, oh yeah, Martin, Damon Wayans. Oh, yeah.
And it would have never been my lane. Do you understand that? Like, I was the drama girl. I was the girl, like, they would always go, hey, you need somebody to cry, go call Tisha. You know what I mean? You need a drama person. But, and I couldn't get arrested doing comedy at all. Like, I remember going into a sitcom audition, and this casting woman said, you need sitcom classes. And I was like, okay, where can I take those? She was like, there aren't any. And I was like, oh.
Yeah,
so
that was a good impression of that woman. I don't know her, but that was a good impression.
She nailed that one.
There aren't any. It was crazy. So, and that was the 90s when all these comedians were getting these deals from all of these networks. So everybody had a deal. Everybody had a deal. And I knew if I needed to work, if I had to work, I had to figure out what comedy was. So I would sit in the back of Comedy Store, Comedy Act Theater, Laugh Factory. Like, I would just sit in the back with the comedians so I can watch them go up and try to figure out what's the difference. And once I figured out that the ones who were really great comedians really told real stories, and it was true to life. And so I realized there's not much. It's a very thin line between drama and comedy. And so I was able to be their support system and, waltz with them in a scene. It was so easy. And then finally, I guess now this is what I'm known for, is being, playing opposite, a bunch of comedians, which I love. I think it's fun. I think it's harder to affect people with laughter than it is with the other.
When I saw you in School Days, that changed my life because I wanted to be Brother Cap Alpha Psi. What's up, noobs? So as a young man, when I saw her in School Days, I think I really appreciate it now because I was watching some old clips of just the musical scenes in School Days, right? So I was like, yeah, man, they was really getting down. It was a dope cast. They singing, they performing. Spike is Spike, and and now he's the same Spike. But then to watch that particular woman go, oh my God, have mercy. Oh my God.
I didn't know what I was doing.
This day.
Hey, look how many times you watched it. That's perfect.
I want to let you know. So in Atlanta, bro, you have girls learning them shits because either they going to perform it in the band or they doing it for the talent show and all the black schools in the A. Like, that shit was huge.
Right.
Greek life in Atlanta, it was huge.
That's so awesome.
It was just like how black people had to learn the whole Michael Jackson Thriller routine. We had to do it. We had to learn the whole routine.
Are you serious?
So people was learning that song. To look at that then, Tisha, and to say, wow, she's one of the, like, playing opposite of black comedy juggernauts. Now, you don't even have to say black, like, comedic icons. The comedy you did in My Wife and Kids is totally different from the physical comedy you did in Martin. And if you never said that wasn't my lane, that was the girl that was, call me if you want me to cry. How you get to, you know what I mean? You do take classes to do what you did in those two shows.
That was really interesting because Martin's type of comedy was really in your face and very physical, whereas Damon's was physical in a different way and it was more witty and not like his stand-up, because his stand-up is very blue, right? But on this particular show, it was different. So I had to learn it was great being able to learn from them. But the audition process was one that was really an interesting thing, which I do not recommend people to follow my lead. Don't ever do what I do. This is a horrible thing to do.
You got to tell that story. You got to say.
Yes. Okay, I'm going to tell this story, I guess. You want me to tell the story?
Tell the story. Okay. Because one day we're chilling on the set of Outmatched, on Fox, talking to my TV wife. And so I'm bringing up my wife and kids. And she was like, I wasn't even supposed to get that. Like, I wasn't even supposed, no, not even get it. I wasn't even supposed to know about it.
Yes.
And exactly. I said, how'd you know about it? And then it all started with, I think, Tashina Arnold.
Yes, Tashina Arnold. So, well, I had heard that there was this audition for this show called My Wife and Kids. And at the time, they were not hiring any African-American women at all during that time. It was, I think, the 2000. And nobody was getting hired. In fact, when we would go out for audition, it would say all ethnicities. There was never anything specifically for us. And so this particular one was for an African-American woman. So everybody was going out for it. So I called my agent. I'm like, yo, I heard about this audition. He was like, yeah, they don't really want to see you. I was like, oh, okay. And so I called Tashina. I was like, yo, did you audition for this show called My Wife and Kids? She was like, yeah, girl. I auditioned the other day. I was like, so can you send me the script and the sides and stuff? And she was like, yeah, no problem. So she sends it to me. And so I read it. I was like, oh my God, I could do this with my hands tied behind my back. Let me just get this audition. So I called my agent again. I was like, yo, can you get me in? He was like, they are adamant that they really don't want to see you. And so I also knew somebody who was interviewing to be the casting director. And that person said, yeah, I mentioned your name. And he said, I love Tisha so much. She is family. This is Damon. Mm-hmm. I love Tisha so much. She's family. But, I just don't see myself playing opposite of Gina for the next 5 years. And so I was like, okay, got it. So then I called Tashina again. I was like, T, did you get a call back? And she was like, yeah. I was like, yo, send me the sides. Send me the appointment sheet. So I'm going to roll up there. She was like, all right. And this is stuff me and Tashina used to do all the time.
I was just about to interrupt you. This is unheard of, people. Because if you call your boy and be like, yo, man, you going in on that X-Man audition, dog, let me get them sides.
I don't know what you're talking about.
What
no,
audition? What audition?
No, me and Tashina have been like this since we were 11 and 12. Like, we would always, call each other if the other one didn't hear about an audition. Mm-hmm. And we'd just be like, yo, let's go crash it with me. Write my agent's number down. You know what I'm saying? Because at the time, I didn't even have an agent. Like, she would just go, yo, crash it with me. And I would do the same for her. But this is like a billion years later, and we're still doing it, right? So I get the, and this is everybody's, by the way, this is everybody's final callback. This is everybody's final callback before they go to network. So,
and this is your first time walking in.
Right. So the first time you audition is for the casting person. The second time you audition is for casting, director, and producer. Right. And then the next time is the producer, the star. The star might be in the second one too. And some of the network maybe. Mm-hmm. And then final callbacks, right? Which is the network. So I was going in on everybody's third and final callback before network. And so I just got dressed, did my makeup, hopped in my car, called my agent. Yo, I just want to let you know I'm on my way to that audition. What? The Wife and Kids audition. I'm on my way. I'm on my way to Disney right now. So just, you should let somebody know I'm on my way. And he was like, oh my God, you're going to end your career. This is a travesty. Everything is about to go so wrong for you. I cannot believe you're about to do this. You're going to ruin your whole reputation. And I was like, oh my God, you're so negative. Click. Hung up the phone. So I pull up to Disney. And there's like a long line, and there's a security guard. I see a brother and I see another security guard, right? So as I'm pulling up, the brother goes on break, and I was like, God damn it.
It's like a heist movie.
Yeah. I needed you, bro.
Brother, why?
This white boy don't watch Martin.
I don't watch it and walk away. And I'm going, shit. So I was like, I really have to act now, right? Mm-hmm. So the guy is standing there. He's like, may I have your license? So I hand him my ID, and he's like, you're not on the list. And I was like, oh my God, my agent did this to me again. Now, full on tears, like tears in the eyes. I won't let them fall because I don't want to mess up my makeup. Right. And I'm like, oh my God, this is the third time they've done this to me this week. We ain't had no auditions. I'm talking none. Okay. No African-American auditions, by the way. Okay. Remember that. So I was like, this is the third time he's done this. I can't believe this. Can you check under Campbell and Martin? can you check both? And he was like, there's nothing here. And I was like, oh my God, I'm so late. And he goes, all right, look, there's a lot of people that look like you that's coming in today. So I'm just going to let you. And I was like, thank you so much. Thank you so much. Thank you so much.
All right. She did the Kaiser so. She did the Kaiser so. Her foot straightened out and everything.
Going through the thing. At that moment, my agent called me. He was like, okay, I got you on the line. I was like, what? I got myself on the line.
Right.
Like, okay, wait a minute, Tisha. Okay, wait a minute. I told the producers they are pissed. Damon is upset. Damon's not there yet, but they think he's going to be really upset for you to just pop into the audition like that and just, you are just going to ruin your career. I was like, there you go again with that negativity click, right? So, no. Before he says that, the agent goes, yeah. So we suggest that you hide when you get there. I was like, what? Hide? I am a grown woman. I ain't hide from nobody in no audition. How I look? Right. I'm not hiding from nothing. Right? So he goes, Tisha, this is going to ruin your career. That's what I hung up on him. Click.
Right.
So then I go into the audition. I'm sitting there chilling, and all the Black women are there. Everybody I know. And everybody's looking a little nervous because, this is the only audition of the year. And so I'm sitting there. I ain't got nothing to lose because don't nobody want me anyway. So I'm sitting there. And so one girl, I look at the door and people are, some of the people that are already there are looking at me like side eye. And I said, man, maybe I should hide. Damon ain't here yet. So I'm going to take my agent's advice. I'm going to go in this little room right here. I gather up my stuff. And as I turn to walk, boom, smack dab into Damon. And I just start laughing because it's ridiculous. He goes, hey, Tish. What are you doing? Nice to see you.
I specifically said, what are you doing?
Nice to see you. I was like, nice to see you too. And I'm cracking up, good to see you, Jay. And he goes, good to see you too. And I watch him walk into the room and the door slams. And this is what he told me later after I got the part. But he said, I slammed that door and I was like, what in the hell is Tisha Campbell doing here? Right? So I did like this. I just put my stuff down and started chilling. I was like, I ain't got nothing to lose. One girl goes in before me. She comes out. She was like, it's a cold-blooded room up in there, Jack. And I was like, telling me. I was like, okay, it's a cold-blooded room. Damon's probably pissed at me. Nobody wants me. Boy, this is going to be fun.
Right.
So I walk into the room and we start working together. He reads with me. I'm on the edge of my seat. He's on the edge of his. We're going back and forth. We're ad-libbing. You know how we do. I did it with you in our audition. And it was so magical, but I didn't take, I just thought they were still pissed. I was like, all right, y'all have a nice day. Good luck with the show, right? And so as I leave, I go to pick up my stuff. My agent calls immediately. He was like, what did you do? I said, what did I do?
Why did I do that?
At that moment is when I realized, oh my God.
What did I just do?
I just snuck into this audition and I was shaking. And he was like, Tisha, they want you. They want you to come to the final network call. And I was like, wait. I'm leaving now. I'll talk to you when I get outside. So basically, that's basically what happened. I went to the network and then I got the part.
Hey, understand this.
Understand.
Epic.
Understand
that.
We got to make sure.
I do not suggest for actors to sneak in.
I was just getting ready to say that.
Don't do that.
Bum rushing an audition nowadays. Yeah. Nah. Because that they serious about that.
Banned from Disney forever. Yeah. Okay.
And because you got to sneak on the lot at that point.
Right. I don't know how I pulled that one off. That was.
Oh, that's historic. Oh, speaking of chemistry, how was you all's chemistry? What was it like, you all?
Oh, me and this one right here.
Yeah.
Let me tell you about his audition. Okay, every single guy that came in there had something special. But when this one walked in last, he pushed me to places that I didn't even think that I could go. And it like Finesse. Shut up, Finesse.
She said, shut up, man.
Listen. But he was doing some stuff and I was like, oh my God, And what was hard was right after he put his own spin on it, they asked him to pull all the way back just to see if he could just do it as is and if he was just as funny without adding the finesse of it all and just do what's on the page. And he murdered. He murdered it.
Hey, they said draw back the finesse and see if it still hits, and it did.
Bro, first of all, I've always thought of myself. Now, see, this is where I said I'd be opposite of Tisha.
Exactly.
Nigga, I'm the shit. No, no. I've always thought of myself where I was like, I could lead a show. If I had the popularity as my peers, I could lead a show.
Absolutely.
And so seeing Tisha was just like the motivation I needed.
Wow.
Because I had went in like this will be another one I don't get. I really went in on, and this is on the test part. This is on the test. Like, this is when you're about to walk in with Tisha Campbell and the scene she was basically describing, the test part. But I said, you know what? I know one thing I'm going to do. I'm about to show out in front of Tisha because whoever she talked to, she's going to say, Finesse. Oh, and that's all I cared about was street cred. I swear to God. I said, I'm about to go in.
That's all, it's funny you say that because whenever I had to go into an audition, auditions were for me to win a fan in the room. Mm-hmm. I don't look at trying to get the part. I am headhunting with love.
Yeah.
I'm headhunting. I walk in there and I try to make sure that I've rehearsed and I've done everything that I could do and broke down the script and I do my very best. So I do go in headhunting, but I go in with love.
Respectfully.
And, but I think it is that kind of thing when you don't concentrate on getting the role and you concentrate on just winning a fan in the room because it may not be right for you this time. It could be right for you the next time. You know what I mean? But I do the same thing.
I saw her and I said, you know what? I couldn't help but think of myself, not like, hey, I'm about to get this gig.
Did you know I was reading with you?
Huh?
Did you know I was reading with you?
No.
So you just saw me?
So you thought you were going in.
I thought it would be more white people. That's what I thought. That's what I thought. I saw some of my peers walk back out, but as I turned a corner, the room was cracked. I said, oh shit, that's Tisha. Oh shit. So I stopped. I was like, oh shit. Oh shit. Oh shit. Oh shit. Okay,
and you know what? He actually did get a lot of street cred because I went home and I was like, oh my God, he was amazing. And then once he got the part, I got calls like, why would you pick Finesse to be your husband?
Oh, that's insane.
That part.
That is insane about what? Is that
The
true of the industry?
Are real. It's real.
That part. Wow.
Yeah, I did.
Put him on blast or no?
That's was like, tell me who it is. I was like, no, never. Who? Never telling you who. So but it was more than one. It was more than one.
What?
Yeah. They were like, why would you pick him? Why is he the person that you chose? There's so many other people out here, and you could have done this and then. Is
that a comedian thing?
I think it's a comedian thing because I was remember I told you guys that in order to figure out what comedy was, I would sit in the back with the comedians.
Yeah.
And when I would sit in the back just with the comedians and watch them go up, like before they would go up to do their set, everybody would talk about the person who was actually on the stage as they're walking up. And I don't know how y'all do that, Finesse, where your peers are sitting back there, lighting you up, but not in a good way.
Right.
Not in a,
right.
Like a fun deprecational type of way. That's not a word, deprecation type of way. It was more like a breakdown of the spirit. So as you're walking up, you could feel it. Mm-hmm. I don't know how you do it.
We openly headhunt, whereas actors and
understood.
You know what I mean? Because it's coming from such a street place. You walked in off the street to do this job, bruh.
Yeah.
So when there's no interview, there's no background check.
Right.
Yeah.
You can't convince comics that their job isn't to take out the other person by any means necessary. Because in our craft, we try to erase the person you just saw.
Ooh.
We want you going home saying, my favorite comic was blah, blah, blah.
That is some Inception level mind.
Like with me, Tashina, Regina, Vivica, like we don't look at it like that. But there are a lot that do. But the people that grew up in my era, we look at it as, God, if it's not me, I hope it's you.
Right.
Wow.
And I had someone tell me, it should have been me, but since it wasn't, I'm glad it's you. And that was right after my SNL audition. They picked you? Okay.
Hey, who said it?
No. No.
Because that's just
comedy's rough. Comedy
is rough, man. It comes from a very grimy place. And like
that's why I really respect the females that do it.
Yeah. Because
Kim and all of them.
So Tisha, I'm on, some of these group apps, and I'm talking. I am connecting to comics who are not in my group, the younger gents and females, and then the young. And so when you hear, so bruh, can you not mention my chest next time you introduce me? Can I just get a regular old coming to the stage? But all that, she fine as hell in her titties. Hey. So the stuff female.
Can you cut that out?
Hey, I've been so educated now. It's not even female. The comics that the women comics, the stuff they go through is rough, bro.
Yeah.
But the stuff we'll say to each other and do it. We still think, and I'm gonna throw him under the bus because it's my OG. And I finally realized what he was doing. But I used to go and audition, and of course, you start seeing some of the same comics who got some acting chops come in the room. It didn't get to me until my third one. Bill Bellamy ass would come in the room and be like, "Is that Finesse? Is that Finesse? Oh, let me go on and walk back out of here if that's Finesse Mitchell. So are you reading right now? You reading? Okay, man, you don't need to read. Finesse, you natural at this stuff. Hey, so let me tell you what happened last night." And he did that to me like twice before I realized. And then they'd be like, "Bill, you're next." And he'd be like, "Good luck." And he'd go into the room, and I'd be like, "Wait a minute." Now I'm thinking about, or my name would be called, "Finesse, are you ready?" And I'm like, Bill, damn it, you done got me on my head.
Dude, that's like Art of War right there.
It's the Art of War. That's wonderful. That's funny.
Where I guess with a lot of everybody you just mentioned, who are all like greats. I mean, just my favorite actresses. I think it genuinely is, girl. Oh, girl. Like I always see women. Hey, come here. They fix you.
Right.
They get you right.
On the red carpet, making sure we tight for one another, for the carpet, making sure we love, we just love each other. And it's a different type of camaraderie. But I think that is far and between. I didn't know that it was.
Right.
You got to understand, a lot of the times my work protected me from a lot of the craziness in Hollywood. I didn't know half the stuff that happens. And when people go, Hollywood's nuts, Hollywood's crazy, there's all kinds of crazy people out there. And I'm like, no, my friends are great. Right. But it was true. My friends were. But also I was working, so I didn't get to hang like that or see a lot of stuff.
Because the streets are grimy.
And it's right in your backyard.
The streets are grimy. Once you book and you're going to work every day and you got your badge to get onto the lot, and it's just everything that everybody wishes they had. And when you go back to the streets, just check the temperature. You want the love. Hey, man, congratulations on that. But you also hear can somebody else get a role? Like, damn. Like anytime somebody say blah, 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 blah. So like me, this comedian Tone Bell, good friend of mine, he was just in Sophie's Love. But he gets a bunch of sitcoms and they always do a season or it's always just a pilot. So you know what I mean? So he's that guy, but he's great. And Damon Jr. So if I see Damon Jr., I'm like, damn it.
we had a girl like that too. Like me and Tashina, we would go to auditions when we were little, and we would always see this wonderful actress. Her name was Pam Patillo. She used to be on the Cosby Show, and Pam, I think she played Theo's girlfriend. And Pam, whenever we would see Pam, we'd go, here we go, there go Pam. She gonna get it, so let's just go get a slice.
Right.
Forget it. There's Pam.
It's funny.
I think she's a doctor now, but she was always very, talented. We always talked about that, and laughed about it,
Where did Tashina study real quick? Do you know?
Where did she study?
Yeah, where did she?
Theater.
Okay.
Theater. We both started out in theater.
Mm-hmm.
And then I didn't start taking acting classes with Howard Fine until I was 18 years old. But Howard Fine is still my acting coach.
Okay.
To this day. And he's amazing. I love him so much. He's incredible. But there, there's a lot that you learn just by doing a lot of theater. Right.
I want to go back to that. Your favorite moment, favorite time, but it has to be work related. It has to be your career related. What was one of your favorite? Oh, I'm so glad I got that. I'm so glad I got that show. What is uno? What's numero uno for you?
Ooh, there is no numero uno. That's the weird thing. Like there's always. Oh gosh. Okay. If I had to choose, because it changes day by day. If I had to choose, it would be doing the Martin show with Tisha Arnold.
Mm-hmm.
Because they didn't know we were friends. They didn't know we were roommates. We were, she came out for pilot season and she was staying with me.
Uh-huh.
And I was doing an album at the time. And we were in the studio when she got the call that she had gotten she's going to play my best friend.
That's so dope.
So we were jumping up and down. And
that's so dope.
It was one of the greatest.
Because now you're going to work every day, getting a check and doing what? Hanging with your friend.
Hanging with your friend that you've known since you were 12 years old. 11, because Tashina always wants everyone to know that I'm older than her. 11 and 12. So, it was one of those moments in time where I think I'll never forget that moment.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Just, oh my God, pure joy.
I love the entire cast. I talk about the Martin cast chemistry just in like it's iconic, legendary. But when people talk about TV shows, I'm like, look, man, like they had Lucille Ball, bro. We had the Martin show.
That's a great reference. That's such a great reference because Martin was historic. Tisha, do you know you're making history when you're in
Not at the time. No, not at the time. We just thought we were just making people laugh and feeding our families.
Wow.
But then honestly, I just started watching the Martin show in the last 2 years because I hang out with a bunch of millennials. You got to keep a millennial around you at all times. Keep it popping.
Yep.
Right. And I'm about to throw her away and get a
got to trade them in too. I was just about to say, sometimes you got to trade them in too. Upgrade them.
I have to get me a Z. Just keep it popping. Keep it popping. This is how I recreate myself, y'all. That's how I recreate myself.
Y'all are stupid.
I ain't mad at you.
Y'all are stupid.
We got an OG, bro.
So they're so obsessed with the 90s and us being a part of that, that whole era. They would often say things to me that I don't know what they're talking about. Like they would do quotes from the Martin show. Like one time I was sitting there and my friend, she said something about, look at the white shoes, look at the white shoes.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, what are you talking about? And she said, that's from the Martin show. I was like, shut up. What are you talking about? I've never heard of that. Right. And she says, I bet you if I Google it, I said, damn it. I want to see you Google some look at the white shoes and see if it popped up. And sure enough, it was Jerome coming in and showing me and Pam his shoes. But it was an inside joke that everybody did. Like, it was just between me and Tashina and Martin. Martin wouldn't let us see his outfits until he opened a door of Shanae and Jerome.
Right.
So we were always surprised with what he had on. So he wanted to make sure that me and Tashina saw his shoes. So he kept saying, look at the white shoes, look at the white shoes. But it became this thing that I didn't know was a thing.
Right.
You know what I mean? It was just an inside joke.
One of my funniest Martin shows, bro, is Gina getting her damn head caught in that headboard, that brass headboard. And she had to go to work with that big ass wig and scarf. That one, she's sitting up here telling me, oh man, I was the serious one. I had, you want tears, call Tisha. But yet the episode when she had the allergic reaction on his reunion, I
learned a lot from Martin. I learned a lot from Martin, and one of the things was just go for it. Like, don't think, just do it, and have, if it's not funny, it's not funny, but just push yourself.
By the way, that's where I'm like you, bro. Like if I'm in pop culture and people are quoting me and I don't even realize they're quoting me, that's when I'm like you, waking up like I'm the shit. They're quoting me. I would be just like you.
No, I'm just more in shock that it's a thing. That it's a thing. I think all of us, even me talking to Martin or Tashina, like, can you believe the show is still going? I was like, oh man, bro, like I can't believe it. He says, do they call you an icon? I was like, yeah, they call me an icon too. We're in shock.
That part for real.
Incredible.
Yeah.
I was getting ready to say when I was on SNL, I never watched the episodes, and that's probably why I never got better at sketch. But I could not go back and watch and critique and this, and I just week after week, you just be like, next show. So when she's like, yo, a lot of the quotes from Martin, I just started watching it to you. I believe it because,
because you're always looking for the next job to feed your family next. So you're not thinking about what happened before. And so like they watch it every night. And I was like, oh my God, I can hear my voice. Like I'm walking through the house and I hear myself. Mm-hmm. And so I just started looking at it and going, wow, this is really funny.
Yeah. Yeah. like more so than laugh out loud, because it's one of those staples where when you say, yeah, I want to do a half hour, multicam sitcom, people, it's the gold standard where people say, so Martin or more like Fresh Prince? You're like, well, no, this is, so that's where they start the industry. And then you got to pitch your show in between what that is so that they can see what the difference is. You know what I mean?
Wow, I didn't know that.
Yeah, man. It was a dope show. My wife and kids was great because I just, like you said, I love Damon's witty humor. Damon's going to kill you on the page. And
one of the things about Damon is if it's not real life, especially dealing with a subject matter like wife and kids, it didn't happen to him, his family, or one of the writers in real life. We didn't talk about it.
Right.
You know what I mean? So it was based on realism, all of it.
Yeah, I want to take you deep real quick. Everything, we've been joking and laughing about and then reminiscing over your career. What would you tell the people who they're getting the at-bats, but there's a depression setting in over I'm not scoring, I'm not getting on base. I'm getting at-bats. And Tisha, we got a lot of dope friends, but there's no work. We're all fighting for the same jobs. Yeah. So how do you tell people to mentally, just based off of your highs and lows, and how you deal with it?
Well, first of all, at some point, somebody's going to be busy and it's going to be your turn and you got to be ready. Mm-hmm. So I would always say, like, they now have figured out a way to do even acting classes online. The more that you practice, the more that you rehearse, the more that you study your craft, I think the better you'll be and the more ready you'll be. Be ready so you don't have to get ready type of thing. And then, when fear kicks in or the lack of jobs coming in, because that's, you got to know that that's what's going to happen, especially, this is a different era where they are hiring us a little bit more, but we still have lots of barriers that we have to break through. And my grandmother used to say to me all the time, you have to be extraordinary in order to be considered average. Mm-hmm. And that is very important to always remember. And I think you also have to understand that you can't take it personally against your craft. It may be the slightest thing that why you didn't get it doesn't mean you weren't good. Like I said, when all of the guys came in for the audition that you did to be my husband, every single one had something special. They weren't bad at all. I mean, at all. You just have to, you come from stand up and you were different in that you were quick and your ad libs were different and, I don't know whether they were thought out, but it seemed that way. And it made it fun, you know, and you have to figure out a way to do that, to be different, and just keep working on it. As far as the depression is real. Mental wellness is important when you're an actor, because there's so much rejection.
That we be grimy to our kids. No, but you get kind of like,
no,
what's that? Not grimy to my kids. That's the over exaggeration. But you get. I don't know. You're a mom, right?
Yeah.
There's very few things you may take out on Z or anybody. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
As a dude, sometimes you come home like, hey, it's cold in here.
I get that. But again, I think everybody needs therapy, especially actors, because what we do, like how do I put it? When you are doing a job where you tap into the darkest areas of your brain, like, you know, we do something that's opposite of wellness. And so it's really important that we go to therapy, because this type of business can breed, you know, narcissism, and it can make you crazy. It can make you just, I hope crazy isn't an offensive word, but it can make you insane.
Right.
And it's very important to separate the two. Like, my acting coach, Howard Fry, was really adamant about turning it off and on like a light switch. When you're at work, right? Then turn that shit off, because that can just overpower you, playing characters and delving into a deeper, darker part of your soul and or your brain that most people don't tap into. It's just, it can make you insane. Right. So make sure you turn that shit on and off, and keep family, home separate. And he was also very adamant about us doing a lot of charity work. Like, you know, I used to do a lot of, I would lend my time to Children's Hospital, because you got to get outside yourself, because you're making this about you. Right. And it's not, the world is not about you.
Right.
I don't know if I'm making any sense to anybody.
Right. Even that audition wasn't really about you. You know?
It's not about you. Right. So that you don't cause harm to the people around you. Don't cause harm to your own mental wellness. You got to make sure you're able to turn that stuff on and off. Because I hear of actors where they're not able to. And, you know, I'm all for different methods of acting. But there's a time where you have to shut it down.
Right.
Or it'll make you crazy.
The business. And what the scary part, Jeannie, is even the success of the business will make you even kookier in the head sometimes. That part. Because
and then there's that addiction.
Yeah,
because
the addiction
some people can be addicted to the success, to the fame, to the applause, to, you know, and you know, I was just thinking about this the other day where, you know, somebody asked me, why don't you have your kids on red carpets more often? I was like, because I don't want them to hear people going, Tisha, 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 taking pictures. I'd want them to know me as mommy first. And only until then will they be able to, like, I'll take them to a Nickelodeon thing or to a Disney thing, but I don't want them to make any difference between, you know, I want them to make a difference between my job and my, you know, me being mom. Like, you know, my son is already running around here talking about, Gina, make me something to eat, please. Where we going? Gina, can you look at my homework? Gina, you know, he just messes with me all day. So
once they see it.
Yes. Once they see it, they see it.
3 weeks into our TV show, literally, bruh. Table reads every other day. Gina, call me. I'm going to cut you. Call me Gina one more time. I'm going to cut you.
Tisha, how often did he do it?
All the
time. And he talks loud. Jeannie. I'm loud, Jeannie. I'm loud, Jeannie, right? I'm loud. But He's doing it during the table read while other people are acting, and he's talking about, man, this sandwich is good. And I'm like, stop talking to me. Don't talk to me, Finesse.
It's so funny to be like, hey, but oh, okay. So, okay. All right. I was loud. That was loud. Okay.
Normally, I don't get up this early. And I'm like, shut up. I'm not talking. And I'll be like this. I'm not talking to him.
Y'all are funny.
I know, man.
Yeah, chemistry was great. I was there on set a couple times. I mean, this is our 4th time recording this podcast. It might as well be regular.
Third time.
Right.
This is a show now.
Tisha's a regular.
Yeah.
What do I want to say to Tisha before I let her go? Because it's almost, it's 1.
Oh, so 1:06. We still got time.
Okay.
Is there anything she wants people to understand?
Oh, so we doing this new promo segment where we say, hey, I'm Tisha Campbell, and I want people to understand this. And then you just tell them whatever that's, cracking. Something that you want people to understand, whether it's about you personally, whether it's about where we going as a people, whether it's about politics, love, all that good stuff. Yo, girl, I'm Tisha Campbell, and I want you to understand this.
Okay.
Yo, Boaz will come. I've been hearing that all my life. What is a Boaz, Jeannie? What is that reference?
I don't know what you're talking
Boaz,
about.
the biblical character?
Yeah. What is that? I'm sorry.
Oh.
I'm sorry. What is a Boaz?
I've never heard your Boaz will come. Oh, like your partner will come.
Your
like
partner.
your comparable partner.
I'm sorry. I went AME for a second, Tisha, because I used to hear. I'm sorry. But I'm Tisha Campbell, and I want people to understand this.
I'm Tisha Campbell, and I want people to understand this. I don't mind you calling me Gina.
That's it. I love it. Tisha.
Yes.
I heard you're on your way to Vancouver. Please be safe.
Yes, I am. I'm going to Vancouver, and I'm going to be filming with JoJo Siwa.
She's a young lady, people, that is worth $1 gazillion and that has 100 million YouTube
that you see
followers.
why I'm working with JoJo Siwa. Okay.
Tisha,
she's really dope. She just came out. It's really dope.
You're always working with great people, and people are always seeking you out, which is a testament to what you bring to the culture.
Thank you.
People, the podcast is on understandthispodcast.com, and we're going to find a dope clip so Tisha can post this on her page and bless us, because the 3rd time is the charm.
Yes, we finally got it right.
You know what? I don't know how she stayed looking so amazing and so happy, but it's infectious. Jeannie, you smiling? I'm smiling.
My cheeks hurt. This was a classic episode. I laughed so hard my cheeks are hurting right now.
Hey, I got lifted. My spirits got lifted. But not only that, it's just good to hear an actress's perspective on just so much. So much.
Well, you know what I learned? Everybody ain't nice. And I'm glad that I got a chance to work with you, because you were nice, you were kind, you were professional. You just talk too loud. That's all.
Talk too loud and talk too much. Heard it all my life.
Your filter. You don't have none.
Especially when I sing. You don't hear it, do you? Can you hear it? You don't hear yourself. When you hear yourself changing an octave,
you're making noise.
I used to that's what my mama said. I'm tone deaf. That's what she used to tell me. Yes. You can't hear it, baby. You just can't hear it. You tone deaf.
Gut punch.
When you young, you just be like, yeah, mama, how can we fix it? It can't be fixed. That can't be fixed.
Yeah, I love that. Tell them the truth.
Right. Her social media is at Tisha Campbell Martin, or just Tisha Campbell?
Yes, we're working on that, but it's on IG, it's at Tisha Campbell.
Mm-hmm.
And on Twitter, it's at Tisha Campbell.
At Tisha Campbell is the social media. Hey, one of my favorites. Thank you once again.
Thank you for doing this for me again.
Absolutely.
Love you guys.
Love you too. Thanks, Tisha.